Okay,
All right.
ladies and gentlemen, episode 59 of the 580 show. We are back for another week. Thank you all for joining us. What's up, boys?
So
So
All right, so where do we want to start at this week? You guys want to start with Clash stuff? You want to start?
why don't
Actually,
we get why don't we get Dante and Riley's review of the Strongman Corporation changes, interview with Dion, whatever, because you guys are going to be competing in Strongman Corporation too. So it'd be good to gather some interest from other competitors as well. So
I mean, I
completely
who wants
thought
to
unbiased.
start?
I thought interview was good overall. I think she said a lot of things that we already knew, but a lot of things that a lot of people were confused on. That it was good to get straightened out for the general population of competitors for Strongman Corp. So thought it was great. Cleared a lot of things up.
Yeah, I mean, I liked
Doesn't
I liked how it was like ended up being like direct. Like if you look at the time of the interview that it took us, it was like 35, 36 minutes, something like that. And one good piece of feedback I got from everyone was that just it was kind of like just get your answers, get clarification. So it was really good. I think us being kind of closer to the source, we kind of take stuff for granted. We already kind of knew regionals, you could qualify all that stuff. And I think the issue is, and if you're listening, you're a strongman competitor. I think the issue is it's kind of turned into the telephone game.
mm-hmm.
Um, there was a purchase, then the purchase fell through, and the previous purchasers had a bunch of big ideas that may or may not have happened, but and then is it sticking around and this is going to happen? So it just kind of been twisted a lot. And just to actually hear it from Dion was relieving last week. And I appreciate everyone that reached out and said they enjoyed the episode and got clarification from it. That was the whole purpose of it. So thank you guys so much for listening.
Dante, what do you think?
Well, now that I'm trying to get to now that I'm going to get to the 231s, the heavyweight change really doesn't make a difference to me. So, but I really do like how, like Riley said, like not to reiterate, but really clearing up the air coming from the source itself, kind of putting everyone's, oh, this is going to happen, but it's really not going to happen. Speculations out the door. So really just shut up a lot of the haters and stuff. So I liked it. It was really good, informational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like I just the thing I keep trying to tell people too is that literally like for almost 100% of competitors, nothing's going to change.
Yeah,
Like
like
I can't,
95.
like I really can't emphasize that enough. And people at first were jumping the gun and saying that they're trying to make it more exclusive to get to nationals, when if you actually look at it, it's actually the opposite, because everyone that's going to nationals already won a local show. So those people already still have the opportunity to go to nationals. All regionals does is open it up for people that came in second or third at a local show and now get an invite to regionals and can try to qualify for nationals. So I think if anything, it's making it, even easier and
More opportunity.
add, yeah, not, I don't necessarily, yeah, that's a good way to put it, Riley. I don't want to say necessarily easier, but it's adding more opportunity for competitors to get to nationals. The only real gripe I have, and I hope we can iron it out in the future, is maybe with regionals, have it more regional.
Yeah.
This year, it's Pennsylvania with us, which that should stay around forever because we're going to be the best one. And then there's North Carolina and Kentucky, and then there's only one on the West Coast. So maybe I would like to see like a fifth regionals, maybe even a sixth, just to add it like,
a little more Midwest.
Yeah, and even just have like a Southern. So have like Florida. Florida has a pretty big strongman presence. I mean, it's huge.
Right.
Have like maybe like a Florida, and then like like a mid-eastern one, kinda, and then up north where we're at, Midwest, and then one or two out west. I would like to see, but I get we're ironing out details and everything like that. So, but.
And I think the initial reaction of when we talked about the changes, like around when the purchase was still going through, local, sectional, state, blah, 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 all that. And we talked about that on the podcast here. We said, like, it's going to depend on how the execution goes. And I think once we started looking at having to do 5-6 shows in a year. And I think that's where on paper it sounds great, right? But then when it starts to go, okay, like let's figure out the logistics of making this happen. I don't think it was going to work. And then, now, so initially we talked about nationals being exclusive, right? Because that was what the plan was. Now with the format that's going into place, it's not going to be, it really doesn't change at all.
Right.
A little bit more opportunity to get to the Arnold, a little bit more opportunity to get to nationals, but it's not the chaotic mess that it was there for a while because nobody really knew what was happening.
Yeah. I went and pulled numbers to compare strongman participation to CrossFit because I do think the CrossFit model is cool of like getting to the games and everything like that and how it's like really competitive, but strongman just doesn't have that participation level yet, or like the financial, sponsors that CrossFit has. So I just don't think it's, it's not ready yet to have a really big and strong tier system.
Yeah.
And
the beginning stages of the CrossFit Open are free.
Yeah.
Or very affordable, like $10, not 75 or 100 or whatever for a local show.
Right. I mean, if you look at it though, like one of the last things I'll say on it is if you have to do 5 shows a year to get to nationals, it's going to die out. It really is. Like, I don't know many people that can set in stone attend 5 shows that are going to be on a fixed date every year. Because after your local show, you're not going to get to pick when the states are, when you go to sectionals, when you go to regionals, then when you go to like you have like 5 dates a year that you would have to 100% not have anything else going on, weddings, just life stuff, and this is a hobby. So that's all I'll say. I'm so happy it's going back to this way.
Yep. It's nice to have it all cleared up for sure.
But thank you guys all for the support last week. Appreciate everyone tuning in, all the kind messages we got to our Instagram, YouTube, everything like that. So thank you guys so much. Moving on, we have the Clash on the Coast qualifiers are going on right now. There's 3 women's classes, 2 men's classes, 80 kilo and 90 kilo for men. I'm partaking in it. So it's been exciting stuff. We had event 1 last week was a 3-rep max log. And then this week was a 5-rep max actual deadlift. And this week they got a lot more strict with the rules and everything like that. So I think they're kind of learning as they go. Anytime it's an online submission based system, there's going to be some kinks and everything like that. But I think they're doing a good job. And yeah, it's a fun time. It'll be cool. Like at the end of the 3 events to see where I'm ranked in the world for 80 kilo, you'll have a pretty good idea. So yeah,
we're learning a little bit too, right? We kind of learned a little bit yesterday whenever we were, not necessarily doing like the weigh-ins, but I think it's important to weigh your weights before you use them and not after, and then get a nice little surprise that your weights are a little bit light. Because I think most manufacturers, unless it's a calibrated plate, they have some kind of stipulation in their product that says it needs to be within 5% or 10%.
Yeah, like a variance.
And we found that, some of our plates were a little bit lighter than we expected, which that happens. That's not a huge deal, but I think it's just important to make sure you weigh before so that you're actually taking the attempt that you want and not what you think you're doing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did what I thought is my first attempt. I did what I thought was 545 for 5, and then we weighed everything and it was only 537. And I knew that score was gonna push me back quite a bit. And then I made a huge jump and missed it on my 5th rep, and then had to make a middle jump. It was just, but it's all part of the game. I know a lot of people that have told me they've done 2 or 3 days of this. I'm like, God, which is whatever, if you can do it, if you can handle it. But the only thing I wish with an online submission based system is that there was some form of weighing in. like you had to weigh in and had to, I'm not saying like, because the weight class on the coast, the online qualifiers work, it's you get the event every Thursday at 4 p.m. and you have till Sunday to submit it. And so the reality is guys cut to make weight. Like that's just a reality. But I wish like for every event you would have to weigh a certain percentage of like, say you can only weigh 105% of your competing weight just to keep people honest. Cause like, I mean, some guys are walking around big for this. I mean, big. So,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
think
all
it'd
right.
be, I don't know. I mean, I think it'd be a little realistic too, to not necessarily like you're saying, you don't have to be at the weight class weight. But I do think like within 10%, that's like a normal cut, maybe 7 to 10%
Yeah.
is a normal cut. So like, I don't think that's out of the question because, I mean, not to be a smart ass, but like I could do the 80 kilo weigh in right now,
Yeah.
I could
On-
submit. I could submit and just be like, well, I'll just make it whenever I get there. Obviously, I wouldn't make it, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of regulation there is in place to stop something like that. It's a pretty dramatic example, but
Right.
it gets the point across.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's kind of my point. But yeah, we'll see where I'm at after week 2 and then week 3. The event isn't out yet, so we'll see. It's only a 3-week qualifier, so yeah.
Thursday at
We'll
4.
see. Yeah. Some stuff with our pod and people at our gym. So PA Dutch, we've got 5 gym members going out to PA Dutch. We're gonna have a supplement booth out there March 12th. So Dante's competing, trying to make his debut at middleweight. Frank's competing, trying to cut to lightweight. And then we have Julia, Jerry, and then Gigi also, who joined the gym, is competing out there too. So we'll have 5 people. We'll have a supplement booth. We'll have a nice, strong 580 presence. So I'm excited. So Dante,
Will signing up too, I think.
you sound horrible.
Will was signing up, he said.
Did he sign up?
He didn't sign up yet, but he's on the task too.
Oh, nice. Cool. So we'll have 6 members.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah, awesome. But yeah, so if you're going out there, we'll see you out there.
What date's that? March 12th?
Yep.
We'll be there.
So February 26th in Jersey. I don't know how to say the name of that town for all. I don't know if you do, but it's like
Rahway.
What is it? Rahway?
Yes.
I'm going to Rahway on February 26th. And I'm going to try to break the American deadlift record for my class. Hopefully bring it back to Beaver County, Pennsylvania, 580 barbell.
Oh, yeah.
It's 660 right now. This is the last show to attempt to break it. So I'm going to go for, we'll see what I try to pull, but yeah, I'm going to try to break it on February 26th. So that's exciting. Something to prep for.
Now, the top 3 from all regionals qualify for the American Deadlift Championships. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it American Deadlift Championships at that point? I believe it would be.
Yeah,
because the 4 regionals are in the States. So
yeah, and it's on April 20th or 20th to 22nd at Hilton Head on it's like on ESPN too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see. We will be at the Gladiator Games this Saturday, supporting our friends at Aurelius CrossFit. They're having a competition. It's actually, I believe it's sold out.
Yeah, it is. They closed registration.
Yeah, so they sold out the entire event. We will have a supplement booth there. We'll have our horsepower. I got a nice horsepower banner. It's gonna be making its debut behind our table. So we'll see you guys there. If you're gonna be at the Gladiator Games this Saturday, come out to Aurelius CrossFit and come hang out with us. Buy some horsepower.
What time does that start?
8 a.m.
There's 30 teams total, and it's a doubles team. So they have 60 total competitors ready to go. I know they've been working to get the gym ready to go. So, hey man, let's rock. It'll be fun.
Are we just doing strongman Saturday afterwards?
Yeah, might be a strongman Sunday. We'll see. Depends how long it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my third final class submission.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What else you guys got for this week? Anything else in the strongman world? Kind of touched on it.
I don't think I have any
Shout out to our fan at Sheets. I ran into a fan at Sheets, and he shouted us out. He enjoyed the podcast. So whoever you are,
Doesn't know his name.
Shout out.
Doesn't know
You
who
didn't
it
even
is.
you big time. You didn't even get the person's name.
Yeah, you're just worried about you.
I was too starstruck. I don't know. I wasn't ready for it.
You were starstruck by a fan coming up to you.
Yeah, and first time that happened, I was like, oh yeah, I am a 580 guy. Yeah, thank you for the support.
Remember us when you're in Hollywood.
Yep. Hey, that's cool. People coming up, recognizing pod. Thank you for listening. Thanks for the support. One thing I'll say about horsepower. So, timeline for the new flavor mixed berry is about 10 weeks, hopefully, and we are just under, or just about to be under 50 total units left of horsepower. Watermelon. The new flavors, the new shipment of watermelon is not going to be here for about 6 weeks. So I'm not trying to play, but if you want horsepower, it's getting pretty low. So watermelon, there's about 50 total tubs left. It'll probably sell out. It'll sell out before our next shipment of watermelon gets here. So if you're listening, you want a tub of horsepower, just be sure not to wait and get a tub soon.
Don't wait.
I'm already on my second one. I might be on my third one if you wait too long.
Speaking of waiting, everyone, I don't want to dance on people's graves, but the amount of people that came to me asking for forgiveness about not signing up for Battle at the Bridge has been strange. I said, hey, how many times we're on this podcast? We said, don't wait to sign up. It's going to be an awesome, huge show. And wait list is at like 15 or 20 already.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hope people drop. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
We tried.
We're good guys. We try to warn you all. Just, hey, don't be a fan later, I guess.
We'll see you in 2023.
Yeah, sorry. See you. Come out and support. We'll see you in 2023 competing. Thank you guys. I mean, honestly though, like I put the wait list. I can't take more members. I cannot take more. I literally cannot take more competitors.
It's maxed out. You can't go any more than you've got.
So I think we seriously have 16 people on a wait list right now already. So if someone drops, I'm just gonna go in order. The wait list, we're only taking open competitors. So if you're interested in the open class, just reach out. I would highly recommend, if you do want to still compete, I would send an email to 580barbell@gmail.com or just shoot me a message and say, get yourself on the wait list now. Because strongman shows do tend to have a lot of dropouts. So I would hurry up and get going on that. But yeah, we got some questions on the Instagram this week. Let me pull them up real quick. All right. What's your guys' favorite pizza toppings? If you're hungry, having a cheat meal. What pizza you order?
Dante?
Oh, that's so hard.
Steak, ranch, and tater tots.
That's just all right. Next, I'm not doing it. I'm seriously not doing it. You've never ordered a pizza that has steak, ranch, and tater tots.
Swear to God, the Yinzer pizza at Caliente.
I mean,
It's really good.
to be fair, Dockside does have like a steak ranchero pizza, but I don't think there's tater tots on it.
That's just so stupid. All right, go ahead, Frawley.
I mean, I will say I have had a barbecue pizza with kielbasa and peppers on it, and that is money. But if we're
Even
talking
dumber.
no, it was amazing. But if we're talking about
Kielbasa?
kielbasa. and it with peppers on it. It's
Yeah.
barbecue. It's fire.
Kielbasa?
Basa or
Yeah.
Bossy?
Whatever.
You're
Same
saying
thing.
it like you're 6.
No, I'm not.
Kielbasi?
Kielbasi.
Is that how you say it?
A
Yeah,
lot
I
of
don't
people
say it
say
like a moron.
A lot of people say
Bro,
it.
is that
That's a
I'm
normal
thinking,
thing.
oh, I'm thinking of sauerkraut. Wait, is
Yeah,
sauerkraut
no.
kielbasa? What's the
No.
thing you eat?
You can eat
Not
kielbasa
safe.
with sauerkraut.
Is that the
Correct.
thing you eat on New Year's for good luck?
Yeah,
That's sauerkraut. Yeah,
Yeah, with kielbasa, right?
correct.
usually, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what Riley burped
It's
in my face
kielbasa.
2 years.
Anywho, when I go in and I order a pizza and I'm like, okay, I really want a pizza that's like good, I'm
Mhm.
getting sausage, bacon, and pepperoni. Meat lovers.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, can't go wrong there.
Riley?
That's what I'm getting.
Riley's, let me just say real quick before Riley speaks. He's very, very, very specific about his pizza.
Not really.
Yeah, really.
What do you mean?
You know your pizza place by number.
Pizza Joe's?
You have since we were 10.
No free ads.
And you freaked out on me once because I ordered a circle pizza from there.
Oh yeah, you have to get square pizza.
You
from
have to
Pizza
get
Joe's.
square.
I agree.
Well,
Yeah.
from the Beaver Pizza Joe's. If you go to the Beaver Falls Pizza Joe's, you can get circle pizza.
But anyway,
So you are particular about your
yeah,
pizza.
he's particular. But that's good.
Well,
He's-
our friend's dad owns the one in Beaver Falls. He
Yeah,
makes
it's
he
the
makes
best
it different. He has his own little touch. But yeah, I mean pepper. You can't go wrong with pepperoni. But I like sausage and man peppers a lot too.
Yeah.
Banana
What's
peppers are
what's
underrated.
what's the consensus on pineapple on pizza?
No.
Honestly, I really haven't given it a fair shake yet.
I could do it.
I'm sure
Everyone
I could,
everyone talks bad about it, but
No.
I can
I'm
do
sure I could do it.
I could do some ham and
I
pineapple.
mean,
on
I could
pizza.
do a lot of shit, but I'm not going to go do it. I could do it.
I mean, I don't order it like when I go get pizza, but if it's there, I'll have a slice.
I think sausage and banana peppers is like slept on.
It's so
Yeah,
good.
that's really good.
That's probably if I'm at like a party and I'm bringing a pie to please the crowd, I'm bringing sausage, banana peppers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pizza. I'm getting.
That'll turn some heads. People will be like,
Yeah, it
"Ooh,
will. It's
you
frisky.
can just bring,
Brother,
you can just
what
bring
did I?
pepperoni."
What was one of the ones I had at my house on New Year's Eve? It shut some people up.
I don't remember.
Shut some people up. Christ.
Hold on, you guys keep talking.
It probably wasn't that good if you can't remember the name of it.
Banana peppers on pizza is very underrated.
Oh
though.
yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
with
I can do pepperoni and banana peppers too.
Banana peppers, that little sweet crunch,
Mhm.
and then it mixes with the savory of the cheese and the
Oh
sauce.
yeah, oh yeah.
People go nuts for the veggie pizza from Pizza Joe's.
I don't.
People they go
I don't.
hammer.
There's those people again with Josh.
Dude,
And
they
those-
go nuts.
I don't know who these people are, but
The veggie pizza it goes hammer from
Let me get something.
I'm not a
terrible.
veggie pizza guy.
Hold on. Let me get something terrible for me and get the healthiest one they got. That's a great idea.
I mean, but Riley, get my back here that people do love that.
I know.
I bought a large
I
one.
know that if I had a choice of veggie or meat lovers, which one
Yeah.
I'm running, I will run to the meat lovers.
Yeah.
I will sprint.
You'll
I don't run
waddle.
for a lot of
You'll
things.
waddle to the meat
I don't
lover.
run for a lot of things, but I'll sprint
Yeah,
to that meat
you'll-
lovers pizza.
Except Waddle.
But like Chode specific, our buddy Chode specifically goes out of his way to text me before parties to make sure I order veggie pizza.
That's
From Pizza
ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure it was Chode. I'm probably making
That's
it up.
ridiculous. Probably.
Let me
Just
go
to
look
fit your
at
narrative.
It
Josh,
is.
You got
It is. I just got confirmation from an unbiased source that it's Chode.
so is that your veggie pizza your favorite topping?
Hell no.
There you go.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Point
All I
made.
said was
Point
I
made.
said that it turns heads, Riley.
Not mine.
My mom loves
It'll
veggie.
turn my
What's
head
your
the other
topping?
way.
I said sausage, banana pepper. Keep
There
it
you
simple,
go.
stupid.
Way to copy me.
I've been
But that's
putting. Is that what you said too?
fine. Yeah.
All right, I'll put onion on it too, just to shut Riley up. I'm
Oh,
not putting
Dude,
tater tots on.
another little variation of pizza. Have you ever got a flatbread pizza with barbecue sauce and chicken and
No
onion on it?
thanks. No thanks.
That's
Flatbread
fire.
pizza. Bleh.
Real good.
Riley, those are fire.
Yeah.
That's
Most
fire.
most overrated type of pizza in the history of pizza. I hope we have a dork from Chicago listening. The
Deep
deep dish
dish?
Chicago. My God, dude. Just eat a piece of lasagna. I don't understand it.
Good thing we're not a Chicago podcast because that would piss a lot of people off.
Dude, nothing's better than going to like a blue collar pizza place, getting the square cut that you can order by the slice and just moshing like 8 slices. Just a random
8?
variety. Yeah.
Going back to the Fat Josh days.
Yeah. I mean, pizza's pretty easy to eat.
8 slices.
So
That's,
good.
Yeah, but they're like the little square cut ones. They're like thinner.
Sure.
All right, moving on. Do you eat gummy bears / Sour Patch Kids between every question is just like assuming that we're like fat.
Huh?
Do you eat gummy bears / Sour Patch Kids between sets? No.
No.
We
I
have
do
one.
like at a competition. I will like I'll eat a handful of gummy bears just to get sugar, but like not at training.
I drink a carb powder.
Yeah, like not in training. I don't.
We have one more on at our gym
Furby.
that does it, and his name's Furby. That
And he
tells you.
doesn't. He doesn't grip a deadlift bar either. So
It's
Yeah.
It's gummy worms, and he thinks it has the same effect as pre-workout. Eating gummy worms. So
Well, he's a
Take-
moron.
we'll let
Take-
Furby be
take-
Furby.
take that how you will.
Yeah. I mean, if you're listening to a guy named Furby, there you go.
You don't need
if
to
you
do
know,
that.
if you remember what a Furby looks like, that's all you need to know.
If you have adequate nutrition, you don't need to do that.
Right. Another thing, the next question. This is outrageous. Next question. Mozzarella sticks versus mac and cheese bites. What are we, a food podcast?
This is, I like it
We're
though. I'm
talking
with
strength
it.
sports.
What do you mean? Like
Ask me
food
like
and strength
deadlift
sports
versus
hand in
squat.
hand.
This is
Favorite
strongman.
deadlift variation.
This is strongman, not CrossFit. We can talk
Yeah,
about this
food
stuff.
and strength sports hand in hand, man.
All
Come
right.
on.
Well, go ahead, Riley. Mozzarella sticks versus mac and cheese bites.
I mean, over a long period of time, I think I'd have to go mozzarella sticks, just classic mozzarella sticks. But I mean, mac and cheese bites from Sheets are bomb with some boom boom sauce.
You guys are disgusting. I'm disgusted.
If you made me pick, man, that's tough. I love both of them. I want to clarify that. Big mozzarella guy, big mac and cheese bite guy. I'm going mac and cheese bites.
Wow,
I'm doing it.
the upset.
I love mac and cheese bites. They're so
The Mac
good.
Bite's more exotic.
Yeah, like
What?
I mean,
Exotic.
It's like oh, you can get mozzarella sticks wherever you want, but like every time you see mac and cheese bites, you're like, this is different. I want
you can't
these.
get mac and cheese bites everywhere. You know?
What is
Nah.
wrong with you guys?
What do you mean? What's
You
wrong
can't
with
get
you?
mozzarella sticks everywhere.
No, he's saying you can get mozzarella sticks everywhere. You can't
No,
get
you
mac and cheese.
can't.
You
A
can
lot
get
of-
them more frequently than you can get mac and cheese
Yeah,
bites.
that's
That's
true.
for sure.
That's true.
That's his
promise you
point.
that. Yeah,
Like if you go to like any like normal like run of the mill American restaurant, they got mozzarella sticks as an appetizer.
Right.
I'm gonna say mozzarella sticks just because I don't know. I'd run away from both of them. They both suck.
No, they don't. They're great. You just don't enjoy life.
It's
No, I
fried
just don't.
cheese. What?
It's disgusting. Fried mac. Listen,
So
let me tell you
good.
something.
So good.
The hair on the back of my neck stood up when Riley passionately just talked about Sheets. There's not a good food item.
It wasn't
Sheets-
passionate. It just said it was good.
You said, "Oh, the
I didn't say it like
cheese
that.
bites from Sheets with the boom boom sauce." I didn't even know what boom boom. I don't even know what that is. What let me tell you something. The
You don't know what
dumbest-
boom boom sauce is?
No,
Are you even from
I've eaten
PA,
at
bro?
Sheets I've eaten at Sheets 2 or 3 times in my entire life. They've all been with Riley, every single time, and I've never had
That's
a
a bad
good
look.
food there.
That's a bad look.
Can I tell you guys something?
I don't know if I want to hear it, to be
The
honest.
dumbest argument of all time in the just think about the history of the world since the beginning of the world.
Right.
There's one argument on earth that will never be beat in the category of being stupid. It's Wawa versus Sheets. It's the dumbest.
It's Sheets, right? It's dumb because it's Sheets.
It's gas station food. It's gas station food. There's no different. They probably get their bread from the same place. They probably get their shitty meat from the same place, and they fry their food. Some dude getting paid $12.50 an hour fries your food the exact same way. He doesn't care about it. He probably spit in your stupid mac and cheese bite. There's probably hair in it.
Just adds a little extra flavor. I'm cool with it.
Yep.
It's all right. Adds to the boom boom sauce.
Hey, I'm happy for you guys that you like boom boom sauce and stuff. I take it back. I don't want to insult anyone, but I just not a Sheetz or gas station food guy. I'm take 90, 10 ground beef all day. Moving on. Moving on. I'm just cringing from Riley saying that boom boom sauce thing.
It's good.
I'm happy. I'm genuinely happy for you.
I don't know what you want me to say.
I'm happy for you. Here's a good question to go out on. And the other questions were good. I appreciate everyone putting in. It gets good conversation. What's the best way to learn technique for lifting? Others, YouTube, etc. Good question.
Definitely in person by far.
I
YouTube
think-
can help you get a good idea, but
Mhm.
in-person coaching is huge.
I think so too. I think if I had to rank, I think the number one thing I would say is just having a good training team.
Mhm.
I think like if you ask me anything for like lifting, I'm pretty simple and I repeat myself a lot because I'm pretty big on like 3 to 5 main things. And I think having a good training crew is like hands down the biggest one. I know Frawley said it before, like his numbers since like training alone, then training with a crew now like over the last year. I know like from having a bigger crew and a good crew at 5'8", now my numbers have been so I think like just little stuff, having like 3 to 5 guys like and girls always like looking at your lifts and making small technical changes. I think that's the number one way. I think you're right, Riley. Other stuff's really good though, like watching YouTube. I watch YouTube all the time. There's things that like I have to watch YouTube or I have to get a source that isn't in our house. Like we didn't have an Olympic lifting coach like when I was starting to learn the split, so I had to get like talk to Kurt and Nick and watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I think in person trumps everything.
I think the biggest thing is you have to be curious. Like you have to want to learn. Like if you don't want to learn how to get better at the stuff, you're not going to. Because like some of it is a little bit of trial and error. But like we've talked about it on here before. If the same group of people are watching you lift over and over and over, then they just get kind of used to how you lift. And like it's not necessarily like a bad thing. It's just like, oh, that's just how they do it. But like a new set of eyeballs might be able to pick out, I don't know, lat tightness on a deadlift or hand positioning on a deadlift or, just little stuff like that. So you kind of have to stay a little bit open-minded, but at the same point, like some of it it's trial and error and figuring out what you like and what feels good. Like if you're working on your technique, you should know if you make a technical change, you should know pretty quickly whether or not the change is going to work for you. And I'm a firm believer in that because anytime I have made one and it actually like stuck, it like the first session I did it or the first few sessions I did it, it really like clicked. You know what I mean? Like it made a difference, a noticeable difference in the feel and the actual efficiency of the lift. So yeah, I mean, trial and error is good. Learning from YouTube is good, but getting cued on different things from people you're training with consistently can help too. So.
I think like one thing people always run into is like you kind of just hit on it right there is like that's the way I've always done it. Well, like that's fine. Like that's the way you've always done it. Doesn't mean it's right. Like not to pick on Furby again, but like when he's a really good squatter and but kept hammering them like, dude, get both feet under the bar and then unrack it. Because when you start to get heavier, like you squat in the 6s now, like, you're going to have issues with your hips and walking out and stuff. And like, well, it's the way I've always done it. I'm like, well, it's not right. If you've always answered a question wrong, it doesn't mean it's right. You know what I mean? So like, just having people around you that it goes back to having people around you, but they need to keep you honest and not get complacent with you too. So like,
yeah, that's a good part. Like, well, it doesn't matter how much you do or something. If you're doing something incorrectly, you'll get called out.
And one person, the nice part about having a group of people around too is we've talked about it a little bit is when somebody cues you, somebody else may be able to cue you differently. and it works and it sticks. So like the cue, your cue is only as good as its effectiveness. So like if I tell you keep your back tight and you're not keeping your back tight, then I need to tell you another way to try to get you to keep your back tight, right? Like it doesn't, if you continue to tell somebody don't bend your knees and they continue to bend their knees, well, then you need a new cue, right? Because it's just not working. And somebody else may be able to provide that for you versus the same person over and over. So it's always good to have, you know, a little bit different perspectives on things.
Yeah. It goes back to like keep honest people around you. Don't necessarily just like, you know, make sure your training partners are being honest with you. You know, I think sometimes like with our crew, we're too honest. We're like,
You don't want a bunch of yes guys.
yeah,
It's not going to get you anywhere.
100%.
And gals.
Yeah. What else you guys got this week? Anything else to talk about?
Good questions.
I don't think so.
Yeah, appreciate everyone sending in questions, listening to the podcast, sharing the podcast, everything like that. We appreciate it a lot, seriously. So if you guys are interested in our pre-workout horsepower, we currently have it out in watermelon. You can go to 580barbell.com, hit the pre-workout drop-down arrow, and you know, get it shipped to you. Or if you're local, just shoot me a message and you can get it picked up here locally. If you guys could do us a big favor, head over to our YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. If you're listening, go to our YouTube channel, 580 Barbell, and hit the subscribe button. It'll help us out a lot. So just trying to keep growing our YouTube. Anything else? You know, we will have a merch drop hopefully in the next month for our spring logo and everything like that. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for the support, and we will see you next week for episode 60. Thank you guys.
Love you guys.
Later.